What is good, Sagittarius gang? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have all the Sagittariuses in the house with me today. We are here to do your January 2020 into February tarot love readings. Everybody loves love, right? Okay, so as always, guys, here on YouTube, I am spitting out for you general messages, and with that, that means not everything I say is going to resonate with you. I can just about guarantee it. Pieces and parts of this reading very likely will, if you associate strongly with Sagittarius in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do you need to know? I hope lots and lots of this resonates for you. If it doesn't, again, feel free to check Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. And also to let these messages that I spin out for you, digest them. Let them marinate in your head for a bit. Yeah, it doesn't always click instantly within the second you watch this. Give it an hour, give it a few days, give it a few weeks. If something strikes a chord later down the line, take it and run with it. That means it was your message, right? Everything else about this video is written in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media channels. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. As always, I ask for you to drop a like, share, subscribe wherever you can. That would be most appreciated, including on this video. That helps this channel gain traction, gets those messages out to those who want to see them and those who need to see them. So for Sagittarius in love, we are going to look mid-January into mid-February. Saggies in love. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent someone coming into you. Or it could represent someone coming back from your past. You never know what you're going to get here at the Intuitive Teacup. All right, let's hop in for my Saggies. So, I'm reading this as past, present, future. For some of you, it may resonate as like beginning, middle, end of month. So again, take only what your story coincides with. So 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and a 9 of Swords. Good Lord, Sagittarius. All right. Let me digest this for a second. Bottom of your deck is the Moon, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. All right. So potentially trying to build with a Pisces, and somebody, either you or them, was not having the same affection or the same desire to build on the relationship. And I am sort of sensing it was maybe them. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, but This could have been someone you met in some sort of situation in like at a concert or some sort of public venue where you met and there was like a nice little exchange of energy or something. But then in terms of how to build off of that, it's like you had a nice little foundation from meeting them or from dating for a few weeks. But yeah, in terms of like growing the relationship, something about it was less than, and it got you really stuck in your head. This is almost like a labyrinth in his head, right? Of how do I make this love work? It feels unmatched. It feels unreciprocated. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles twice. This person may have been nurturing other seeds elsewhere, and I take that to mean that they may have been dating around. They weren't necessarily looking for a stable or a steady commitment. And there was something about being committed to the relationship with you, Sagittarius, and feel free to switch roles. This could also be you. That was scary to them. There was something very unknown and different, and it kind of spooked them away. Maybe it had to do with going down some sort of avenue that they had never been down before. I see these two cards as very similar. This is technically the 7 of Wands, which is all about endurance and strength, putting forth an effort to prove to ourselves that we can, charge through and break through new boundaries and obstacles. But there is some sort of questioning of, can I do it? Is it worth it? A lot of 7s in tarot are like assessment cards. Is it worth my energy? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my love? Yeah, I am getting 3 of Cups energy, you or your person, although this is feeling more like your person, potentially a Taurus or a Libra as well. They were dating around. 3 of Cups is all about networking and celebrations, reunions, but it's like social hour. It's parties. So again, there's 3 people in the picture here. Again, 3 of Pentacles twice. That's sort of an indicator for me as well. And I think this brought you a lot of sadness that this person didn't want to like lay a foundation with you specifically, or it's not even specifically. They didn't want to be exclusive. Exclusivity is the word I was grasping for there. So yeah, I think this left you a little bit heartbroken. It left you in a state where you were questioning what path to go down next, because there was a part of you that felt like this was your person and it brought you great anxiety, depression, like even mood swings to think that they weren't going to be a part of your life the way you thought they were. It's almost like you anticipated the idea of like building a structure overnight with them, this is all in metaphor, right? But symbolically building just one on top of the other and up we go, and like this is going to be beautiful and it's going to be great and it's going to be perfect, because this felt like a soulmate connection with you. Something about this relationship made you feel like a kid again. It made you feel young at heart, very like kind of fairy tale, like kind of Cinderella story, like it all comes together and it's so cute. Like the way you met was adorable, or the way you guys interacted was cute. Like there was something very innocent and sweet about it. And it's not to say that like there couldn't have been like very, sexual and passionate as well. But yeah, there was something about it. It feels like you guys fit together like a puzzle piece, or so you thought. And so when that person didn't commit, or they chose to take their life in a different direction, maybe they moved for work, maybe their family moved, maybe whatever, it's like you were left to like on your own, wondering why, asking very deep questions about life, potentially turning to God, to spirit, to universe, and almost being very what is the word? Something about an aversion to your spiritual path. Like you were questioning, why would I have been led down this path of heartbreak and sorrow and disappointment? It's almost like, why would you introduce this person into my life and this relationship would get up and running only for it to, I'm almost like getting crumble or just like almost pause, like someone pushed pause. There isn't a tower here yet. So it's like whatever you were building on potentially with a soulmate that, again, you thought they were your Nine of Cups, you thought they were your dreams. Ouch. It ended. It ended in a way that killed you. It ripped your heart out of your chest. You felt stabbed in the back. You felt deceived. You felt confused. They may have not responded to a lot of your messages, or blocked you, or it's possible that your messages weren't even delivered if you were sending them via technology, text or whatever. There's something about like you're trying to get their attention, but they are otherwise distracted, or they've blocked you off. Something about a God complex. This person may be very egocentric or vain. Not wanting to share the spotlight, something about not wanting to share the attention that they receive, or it's something about they prefer to be alone, at least for the time being. There's happiness in them being alone because their freedom means a lot to them. It's like they don't want to be trapped. The World and the Chariot, these are both cards of forward movement. And even this, there's something about their creativity and their passion. They're investing in themselves right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but unfortunately for you, Sagittarius, or Crosswatcher, I feel like this is for the Crosswatchers. They're in hermit mode in terms of like dating right now. They're like soul searching, soul seeking, off on some sort of spiritual path of enlightenment. And they're blocking you off and other people. This actually does feel sort of like sort of antisocial, and it's not in a bad way. I don't think your person is depressed. I think it's the opposite. Even if they're not like egocentric, there is something about like they're putting themselves first, and they're not willing to give. They're not willing to give on their like their principles of like, no, like I need time for me and that's how it is. And I'm sorry you feel this way, but like I don't have anything to give to you at this point. Four of Pentacles, sometimes the Miser card, it's like defending it with their life. Like, nope, I got to protect my energy. I got to protect my heart. I got to protect my business endeavors, my family. But it left you feeling like, oh, well, shit, I thought you were my person. And so there may be someone else in your life, potentially an Aries, that is comforting you and consoling you. It could also be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In that sense, I'm sensing it's more like you're a good friend or someone that you can just kind of lean on, and like they allow you to sort of to sort of vent. They're like a shoulder to cry on, essentially. Yeah, because I think your person, Sagittarius, they're just they have either a lot of followers or a lot of, I want to say like applicants. And so maybe they're involved in like the job process. That's true. But in terms of like romance and dating, they seem like they have their pick of the litter, or at least their energy would make you think so, because they're very quick to hold back on any sort of offer you're giving to them. Again, they may have blocked you or ghosted you or whatever it is. It's like you're trying so hard to get their attention. You're howling at them, right? They don't hear it. It's like they have earmuffs, or they've blocked that out, or... And I mean, for a very small few of you, there could literally be communication issues of like they don't have a phone, or they don't, and that's not for most of you. If somebody isn't reaching back out to you, that's a pretty big red flag that they're not invested as you are. But yeah, for one or two of you, there was a cross lines of communication where something got lost in the shuffle, and so you're not hearing each other. Spirit is guiding you to look in another direction. It's guiding you to look in another direction. Then you got the moving on with thoughts and lessons card. So yeah, something didn't work out for a reason. And again, I'm reading for a month roughly, right? This is encouraging you to take the other route. Take the road less traveled. With the Two of Wands, it's this way or that way, left or right, person A or person B. You've been so like hell-bent and determined on, let's say, person A, if this is resonating. Spirit is encouraging you to move on with lessons you learned from person A and maybe apply it in a new relationship with person B. Because yeah, this is feeling abandoned. This is feeling isolated, going through a hardship of some kind. And I do think it's an emotional one. This person made you crazy in a sense, and it's probably like lovesick crazy. Like, again, you thought they were your Nine of Cups. You envisioned like this beautiful future with them. They were the person of your dreams, but it resulted in Five of Pentacles and Nine of Swords. There's potentially some sort of regret on their end, but again, if it meant enough to them to try and repair it, to rebuild potentially, they would step forward, and I'm not really sensing that right now. Yeah, you have multiple cards indicating this has been a mental struggle for you. And good Lord, Sagittarius, we get these cards for you all the time, don't we? All right, let's hop into I'm reading this as past. Let's hop into the present and see what's going on there. So if that is a familiar story, then yeah, maybe we're moving away from that. Let's take a peek. So in your present, you have King of Cups, beautiful. You have 10 of Wands, wow, 10 of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Hell yeah, I love these cards. These are looking good. Okay. So there was a valuable lesson in you having to go through this difficult time of hardship because it forced you to step into your power. Male or female, you are presenting as King of Cups now. It allowed you to get in touch with your heart space and understand what it is you desire and want in a relationship, and also who to energetically cut off or close your cup off to if they are not reciprocating, if they're not looking to build with you. You may be interested in a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I'm sorry, guys, my camera froze. So yeah, there was victory and clarity in you being forced essentially out on your own to get in touch with your intuition, with your emotions, with your heart space. Again, faith and spirituality, going down this difficult spiritual path, potentially alone. You have the Hermit card, the card of Virgo, if that means anything to anyone. You're now drawing a line in the sand of the love that you will accept. There's a change up in, you're not just accepting anyone into your life who gives you the time of day. Someone who it's like, oh, well, I guess they're willing to put up with me. So yeah, sure, I'll date them. It's like, there was like this lack mentality in how you viewed yourself. Again, the idea of like a darkness, a falseness in what you were seeing. This opened up the clouds for you. There was some sense of illumination and light brought to a situation, potentially with who you thought was a soulmate, or I will say, a karmic relationship that actually made room in your life for a true soulmate. That feels like what is coming into you. By stepping into your power and recognizing your value, your worth, the amazing capacity you have to give and receive love, it's a game changer. This person that you once held in such high regard and you looked up to them of, they're my one and only and I like them so much. It's almost like you were competing for their attention and you were one of many. Now it's like you've become the person who is vibing higher. You've become the person who is elevated. You've become, I want to say, the center of attention, and it's not in a bad way. It's not in an egotistical way, but you understand your worth. You don't see yourself of like one in a million, of like one in the crowd, one that's competing. You see that like you're the one to be the prized possession. You're the one that other people need to fight for, because what you have to offer is beautiful. What you have to offer is like pure love, the purest form of love. And it's, something about sticking to your guns, drawing a line in the sand of, I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore. I'm going to do me. And it's going to be a victory. Like, you're looking for the real deal, it feels like. Because you've had to carry around the shit of other people for quite some time. Every time a new opportunity was presented to you, it's almost like you jumped on it because in a very Sagittarian way, you were incredibly optimistic. This could be the one. They seem cool. They seem interested. I'm interested. Sure, let's try it. But it feels like you always ended up in this position where you were taking on the burden, the load, the responsibility of carrying this relationship and trying to get it to the next level off the ground. But it's like you were so busy or so invested in exerting the energy, the time, the love, whatever, to make it happen, you sort of lost sight of where you were going, to the point where your vision was blocked. You couldn't even see that you're walking down this path alone. This person has long since chosen another path, even though there's part of you that wanted to believe or see the best in them, that, it's okay. They're stressed at work. I'll cook dinner, I'll clean the house, I'll do this. It's fine. But is it fine though when your person isn't there anymore? They're out of the picture and you're still carrying the burdens and the responsibilities of things they just kind of piled up on you, whether it was intentional or not. There was a sense of trickery in this, even if it was unintentional. You kind of got fooled. It's like you played the fool. You were willing to cater to other people's personalities and sacrifice your own beauty and sacrifice your own spiritual path. Again, not seeing where you're going. And no shade, I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. A lot of you didn't look before you leapt, so to say. So you would get into relationships sort of haphazardly, and more often than not, they ended in this. But what's really cool is you have closing out of a cycle with 2 tens, and what's trumping the difficult times is the happiness, the wish fulfillment. As I said, a Cinderella story, the fairy tale ending. And this may have to do with dating someone who already has a family. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that they're married. They may already have children. They may have divorced from someone. They may have lost a spouse. They may be a widower. Or a widow, right? It could be something in which you found some sort of team of people that they're used to having to carry their own weight in life. They're used to having a lot of stress and burdens. And so something about the weight of the relationship will be equally distributed, because all these people are a team. They all work together to accomplish some sort of common goal. So it's not left to one person to struggle. And this may very well represent your family just being your support system. And if it's not your family, Sagittarius, it's your soul tribe. It's your friends. So part of this doesn't totally seem romantic to me, I have to be honest. This feels like once you release that person who just constantly kept you down and depressed and feeling like you were never enough, that person who was not loyal to you when you really needed them. Again, when you decide that either you're better off alone or you're better off giving your love to someone who deserves it, that's what it is. That's when you really find your soul tribe and the people who matter most to you. And that propels you forward on your spiritual journey and also on your path to finding a soulmate or a romantic partner. A lot of you, your friends group is going to be crucial to you at this time. And it doesn't have to be a large group. It could be just your best friend. But something about this isn't necessarily indicating romance initially. It's like your ride or dies, those people you call when you've had a shit day and you just need to talk about it. It could be your family, it could be your siblings, it could be your dog, right? But with that, it's something about the love and the energy there. It's equal. You're not left to struggle on your own. These people got you. They're willing to help clean up after the mess that somebody else made on your heart, on your soul. Oh, Sagittarius. But it is hopeful, because this card is saying it's the end of that. You're no longer going to carry all that shit around. You're welcoming new opportunities that are going to transform and change your life. And with the Eight of Wands, I always see that as your arrows, right? Sagittarius, the archer, shooting off your arrows into the sky, where you're going to go next, where you're going to travel. Interesting. All right. So that card, this moon card had come up earlier representing your person who I said they were not willing to give to you at this time. They, like, the main focus for them was their freedom. And again, something about maybe they were the leader of a major business or corporation, or maybe they're in the entertainment industry and they're famous. And like, again, they have a lot of leaders, or I'm sorry, they have a lot of followers or champions or people desiring what they have, to the point though where they're surrounding themselves by people who are taking advantage of them. They're surrounded by people who want things from them constantly. And it's not in a sense that they want love. It's not a sense that they want this, this beautiful back and forth dynamic. They want their magic. People like latching on like energy vampires. It's almost like your person, again, something about celebrity has come up here. Maybe they're Instagram famous or something like that. It's almost like what they have people want simply because of like materialism or surface face value type mentality. And so this person has learned to be very careful energetically with who they extend to. But with that, it's like when they're hit with a relationship that is a soulmate connection, someone like you, Sagittarius, who had good intentions. And again, you were willing to nurture the seeds with this person. You saw it growing. You thought they were your soulmate, your Nine of Cups. They may have misinterpreted that as you wanting something from them, like you trying to steal from their energy or from their momentum, you trying to, it's almost like there was lunacy. There was a sense of misunderstanding. I said cross lines of communication of what you really wanted and desired. They may have seen you, as trying to get something from them, which is very interesting. That's a very unusual message. But the reason I say that, though, is like these are going back out to your moon person. I don't think this is you. I think elements of this card are symbolic of what you went through. But this, to me, was you trying so hard to get that person's attention who they just weren't seeing you. You just weren't loud enough. They just couldn't respond to the message. Again, the idea of like they ghosted you because... yeah, part of it does feel like they're too important for that. They have, better things to do with their time and people to go and places to see. That also may have been how you viewed them. There may have been something about the moon. It's false. There's a disguise. There's a veil over the truth. Okay, so with that, there may be some sort of communication that offers clarity about your person and what was going on in the past. Particularly if it was with a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or a Gemini. Wow, you have Eight of Wands twice. You have 16 wands charging. This reminds me of Cancer a lot too with the Chariot. Some of you may have been dealing with a Cancer in the past. You may have some cross watchers out there that are Cancers. Something about the clarity that comes with this conversation or this communication, or it's funny, it's like a filtering in of messages. They come one at a time, but they all revolve around the same thing. I'm almost getting, I don't know if this is literal, but I'm almost getting you get a text and then an hour later you get another one and then half an hour later you get another one. The way these messages come about, there's lots of them, but they're individualized. The way there's 8 here, and I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be 8 messages. I do think it's regarding the same topic or potentially from the same person, but it's going to offer you some sort of clarity where you weren't understanding. and where you guys were both, it's almost like this hogging of the spotlight of who gets to talk first. There may have been arguments and nobody ever was willing to listen to the other person. Here, it's like you're both willing to listen. You're both willing to understand and interpret the message or the communications coming forward. And something about that, it's very liberating. It may allow you to move on peacefully from this person of your past. And again, embrace someone new, potentially another Sagittarius. Yeah, something about it, it's freeing. It's liberating, being able to like finally put this one to rest. Something about this message will offer you happiness. For some of you, it could be, hey, let's try it again. But for others of you, it's someone offering an apology or an explanation of why things happened the way they did. And it does have to do with this person having potentially severe depression or anxiety, like crippling to the point where they weren't able to step forward and tell you. Because yeah, there was a darkness in them that they were fighting. There was a huge cloud that was like overshadowing their ability to see the light, to see with clarity, to communicate with clarity. And again, it may have to do with they were surrounded by people who were toxic. They were surrounded by friends who were really faux. They were surrounded by family members that were constantly putting them down. And yeah, I want to be clear, this I'm reading as your person, but again, sometimes these messages come in reverse, so that may have to do with you, Sagittarius. Too many cards. We'll take that one though. The Lovers. Yeah, okay. So that's sort of what I was getting at here. It's going to be different for all of you, but something about when these like little drips of communication, little drops, like something about, yeah, it's sporadic, the way they come into you. It might be from different people. Something about these messages one by one, they give you clarity in what was otherwise dark, that path ahead that you couldn't quite see. Something about it, it's like you're ready to go down that path now, and you've got like eight soldiers on your side. You have an army of 8 unicorns, and these are the same card, right? Fast, motivation, messages, travel, communications, inspiration, passion, to go chase whatever it is. And this may involve a group of some kind, but what it is freeing you from, or freeing you to go after, is love. So again, for some of you, it may open up the doors of communication to the point where you're ready to give this a try with someone you love, particularly a Pisces, or it's going to open the door to release, again, heavy burdens you were carrying around. Even of this ex, this past person, you were still feeling the weight on your heart from what they did. Suddenly, some sort of communication or epiphany comes through. It may be a message you receive in your dreams, actually. Keep a dream journal. That might be helpful for some of you. It's like, release the gates, release the horses. Like they're going out, and it's like they have life back in them again. They've been re-invived. If in metaphor they've been sick and they've been ill, they haven't been able to like run free and roam free, right? Now they are, and again, they know what they're searching for in romantic partnership. There may have been some sort of difficult decision that either you or your person in the past had delayed. They were avoiding a difficult decision, and it was probably a conversation of some kind. Again, strong Gemini energy with the Lovers here. But whatever this is in the present, so I will say probably around the end of January, there is going to be like a shift in a cycle that allows you some sort of freedom to go after what it is that you really want, and not feel guilt or anxiety about it. So that's the thing. If for those who want to reconcile something with someone from the past, though I have to be honest, their energy isn't great. I just got to call it like I see it. If you still see all this soulmate potential in building, and they're still your 9 of Cups, there's going to be some like opening of the floodgates where you feel like you can go after it in a new or different way that maybe might change the situation or the scenario. Maybe this person was otherwise committed. Maybe this person was dating and all of a sudden they're not, and you get information of that. Maybe they offer that up to you, right? Maybe they were going through a terribly messy divorce, and I just throwing out scenarios. Maybe you were a rebound, and that was that, and that was fun, and then they moved and broke your heart, and then they realized, oh, that rebound, there was actually potential there. Why did I walk away from it? It could be something like that. All right, so hopping into your present, you have 2 of Wands again. All right, so again, person A, person B, there's a bounce back. It's like they met you, Sagittarius, they tried on another hat, and then they come back around, I think, for some important communication, and it does have to do with a decision they chose to make, or a decision that or potentially a decision they didn't make, and now they're coming around to move forward on something, to choose a path, right? You have King of Wands, so I think that's you, Sagittarius. You may also have, okay, so granted you are watching this tarot reading, otherwise I don't think you would have seen this coming. It may be a surprise, and with that, there may actually be 2 people interested in you. One of them definitely another fire sign. And I said that earlier, particularly an Aries or a Sagittarius. And as I said, when you were recouping from this relationship that it does seem like it ended on bad terms, or something just broke your heart, something really stressed you out, and yeah, it was crushing you. As I said, your soul tribe, your friends group, there may be an Aries, and it could even be a parent, but for most of you, a friend who you lean on for support may actually end up being potentially a romantic partner. It's not going to be for everyone. A fire sign though, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's someone you probably wouldn't have dated. It's someone that's maybe been, as I was saying, your ride or die, your friend for some time. And okay, that is, I think, what you're not anticipating. You've never seen them in a romantic sense, but it's like they came to you when you were on your knees and desperate and just, really heartbroken. And they were that shoulder you could cry on. They were that ear willing to listen to all your problems in this chaos. They were the one who helped you rebuild from your life. They're probably your cheerleader, right? The one who encourages you and tells you to keep fighting the fight because I believe in you. This is the person who raises you up. This is the person who fights for you even when you're not in the room. This is the person who stands up for you. This is the person who champions you and cheerleads you. It could also be a Scorpio or a Cancer. Or a Pisces. I mean, you have the Moon card twice. That's what I mean. I think you have two people coming into your life, probably more end of February, mid to end of February. And it's presenting as a 2, so very early on, like early flirtations, but there's 2 potential opportunities to spark a match, to spark a connection. Water and fire are coming through very strongly here. So then you have the Emperor. Okay, another card of Aries. Aries is a good one too. And again, the 8 of Swords. Okay, so you have a lot of 8s. So, okay, if you have an Aries coming at you that, again, I think is part of your soul tribe, they were blocking themselves off from making a move on you, from hitting on you, because they knew that you were going through a difficult time, and they didn't want to add extra pressure or stress in your life, but they've been crushing on you for a while now. They have some sort of tradition where every night they send you a text at the same time, or even, it doesn't have to be every night, like every week you guys have a tradition and you get together and go get coffee, or it's something like that, and it's helped you to rebuild from this really difficult relationship that really, again, brought you down to your knees. You guys may have not like a code or a secret language, but like a shorthand with each other. You may have a song that you consider your song, even though this isn't a romantic partner, really, Sagittarius. You guys have a song, but you're not a couple? Okay. That's what I mean, though. It's like this person actually, there's an epiphany. There's a dawning of a new day. The moon the moon turns to the sun. There's clarity on something. And again, it allows you free. It sets your horses free. You centaurs you, right? To pursue who you are meant to be with, a lover, and potentially someone you didn't see as a lover before because you were so caught up in 5 of Cups energy, right? Focusing on the lack, focusing on the cups that have spilled, not seeing those 2 of Cups, that partnership that, like, it's always been there. It's always been something or someone you've been leaning on. They were there the whole time. You were just so fixated on this other person. Potentially with an Aries, very strong energy. But yeah, this person didn't come forward before because you were still healing, you were still mending, in which case I like this person. Like, they know what's up. They have good control over their emotions. They're not messy. They're not sloppy. They're not trying to like rush you into bed since you're like newly on the market and available for dating. Like, they're taking their time. And again, I don't think they want to, they don't want to burden you with all these extra thoughts or feelings, but also they don't want to compromise the friendship that you guys have. This is like a friend zone person, and so they're very apprehensive to break out of that because they don't know how you're going to respond. But yeah, they want to shoot you with their love gun. I don't even know what that means, but I think we know. I think we all know what that means. They want to shoot you with their love gun. And Aries, my goodness, that sounds very sexual. Also, that's a Kiss song, isn't it? Something about that is important. Love gun. And again, it's all like a, it's a metaphor for penises, right? Is that what the love gun is? I think it is. But yeah, something about that. Whether you're male or female, right? I mean, this could certainly be a same-sex relationship. But yeah, there's something about like they want to pull the trigger with you. Like they want to come forward and make that intense, fiery, passionate offer. Yeah, this person has the hots for you. And they're holding back. They are restraining it so badly. It's like, this is typically like a mental prison that someone has put themselves in, and they're restraining on their passion. This is a fire king. So again, you guys it's like a fire emperor, right? So I mean, and actually the way it is on my board, you're looking at them. So it's like you're aware that they're there, but you don't anticipate the feelings that they have for you. Yeah, they are dying to come forward and communicate something, but the Eight of Swords is what's holding them back. It's fear. It's fear about how you're going to accept the offer. It's fear about how you're going to respond, how you're going to react to this, like, oh my God, I need to tell you how much I love you. Like, I've loved you for 5 years, and I'm so sorry you had to go through that heartbreak. But like, it's a million miles a minute. This is the fastest moving knight in the deck. Gemini energy. Gemini and Aries is looking really good here. They are coming to you, Sagittarius. This knight is trying to present you with some sort of important communication or offer. Ooh, I hope I didn't just unplug my mic. Hopefully that's good. Yeah, someone wants to make you a solid, stable offer, potentially another Virgo. You did have the Hermit card appear earlier, but yeah, they want to move forward with you with some sort of tangible offer, and it is romantic. And again, it's a page, it's a 2. It's flirting, it's early on in the relationship. This might be a brand new person. But even so, I think they've been watching you. But again, the slowest moving knight in the deck, they haven't been moving forward, or they have been moving forward very slowly, trying to earn your trust, earn your love. But they're worried you're going to reject them. They're worried that you still have too much mental stress, too much on your plate, too many swords on your boat, so to say. Maybe you're taking care of your family or your kids or your responsibilities. They're worried that when they present you with this token, this offer, this gesture, it's like you don't even have time. You're going to be off sailing past. It's almost like something about going from rocky waters to clear. It's like you're in the clear, and they're worried you're going to forget the people who helped you get there. This person is worried that they've just been like a support system, someone for you to lean on. And like, once you're ready to get back out in the game, they're worried you're going to forget all about them. Your person's really cute, really sweet. But yeah, this is what they want to do. They want to offer some sort of cup, some sort of love, emotional offer to you. But they're worried it's going to be rejected because they themselves don't see this offer as something that is going to impress you. They see you as the King of Cups, like the end all be all, male or female. They're just like, oh my gosh, like I hope Sagittarius accepts my cup. Like I like them so much. But yeah, they very much have almost resigned themselves to an outcome of like, you're on top of the world now. Like, why would they even pay attention to me? Oh, Sagittarius, your person is so cute. All right, let's do some romance angels on this. I do think you're dealing with a few different people here. You have two of Wands twice, and you have a couple kings. You have the King of Wands, which I think is you, and the King of Cups, right? Even if you're female, right? That's just like your masculine energy coming through. That dominant, powerful energy. King of Love and King of Passion, though. I like it. Too many cards. You had like 8 fall out. Person of the past. Person of the past. Sagittarius is person of the past that's presenting as the moon. Oh my gosh, so many cards. Okay. So on this potential past person that there was cross communication with and you just couldn't get their attention, it says attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Yeah, something about this says don't wait around for the right person. If they want to be in your life, they will move forward and come to you. You need to be enjoying your life for yourself because, again, you may stumble across what is your true soulmate versus who you thought was your soulmate, the one who left you to carry all the baggage of the relationship. Aligning with your soul tribe, going out and being attractive, getting your hair did and going out for yourself, right? Whatever that means to you, you are going to attract romantic love that way. And then also give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Yeah. So is there a chance for reconciliation with this person of the past? Potentially. The reason I say that is because they are presenting as the moon, the moon with their God complex who couldn't give anything to you because they were surrounded by negative people and they just wanted their freedom. Something about that moon character comes back and there's communication that sets you guys free. Sets you free from a mental prison? Sure. Maybe this is the same person. It's possible. Maybe it is a Pisces Aries cusper. That would make a lot of sense in this reading. If not, if you don't want a reconciliation, I think there is still going to be some sort of peace of mind that comes regarding this issue where you're no longer waiting around wondering what you could have done differently. Nothing. You couldn't have done anything differently. This was meant to be. This was destiny. You were supposed to go through this sort of internal conflict because ultimately you came away with really valuable lessons on what you want to go after next. And that's going to usher in the right partnership for you, maybe with a Gemini. All right, let's throw some zodiac signs on this. Yeah, if you have, I don't know, something about Aries just keeps speaking to me as Pisces comes out. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading. Zodiac signs that want to come out in this reading. For Sagittarius, for my Sagittarius gang. Oh, and then your last one, sorry. This person who is refraining from running in and telling you everything that they've been dying to tell you, on them, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Even if it's not literal religion, it's their ethics, it's their values, it's their moral code of I'm not going to be hitting up Sagittarius for hot sex when they're clearly still healing. I'm going to hold back. It's like they're in tune with something higher and they're trying to give you your time to go down your own spiritual path and to heal on your own. Even though, again, I think they are too many cards. Your cheerleader, your support system, that type of deal. There's something about like the ethical dilemma of when to move forward with this. They're wanting to come in like a bat out of hell and speak their truth, but they're approaching it very cautiously, very gingerly. They're being very kind about it. All right, so the zodiac signs: Pisces, Leo, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Those are the signs that flew out. Please do like, share, subscribe, guys. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot readings. Bye.